Two brothers. How many of you have ever had a fight with a brother or sister? Turn and tell that story. Turn and tell that story whenever you can. That I was born, my mom said that she saw me and she counted all my fingers and she counted all my toes and she saw that I was healthy, and my mom and dad were so happy. And the next day they were leaving the hospital. My mom was holding me in her arms, my dad was next to her, and as they were walking out of the hospital, painted on the floor was a picture of a stork. Do you know what a stork is? No. The bird that carries babies. Have you ever seen that picture? So there was a picture of a stork carrying a baby. And the nurse said to my mom, "Oh, ma'am, don't step on the picture of the stork carrying a baby, or you'll be back here in the hospital in exactly 1 year." My mom said, "I'm not superstitious and I don't believe it." And you know what she did? She walked over to the stork and she stepped on it. And she stepped on it again. There. And she walked out of the hospital. 1 year later, on the day that I turned 1 year old, my mom wasn't with me at home celebrating my birthday. She was at the hospital. Giving birth to twin boys. On my very first birthday, she gave birth to twin boys. And as she walked out holding one baby and my dad holding the other baby, she walked to that stork and the nurse said, "Are you going to step on the stork again?" My mom said, She walked around the stork and they came home. Now, when they came home, I don't remember this because I was only 1 year old. My mom said she was holding one baby and my dad was holding the other baby. And it took me a little while to figure out that nobody was holding me. My mom said, I looked up at my dad. I looked at my mom. Who's holding me? So my dad very carefully put that twin down into the bed. He was in the crib, he was asleep, and my dad picked me up. And I was, And my other brother was in my mom's arms, And the brother who was in the crib, he was fine for a little while. He was just 2 days old. He kind of squirmed around in the crib, and he looked up and... So my mom put her sleeping baby down and picked up the crying baby, and as soon as she did, he stopped crying. I was in my dad's arms, he was in my mom's arms, and the other baby in the crib, he was fine for quite a long time. And he woke up. Because that one slept all the time. Well, after a while, they started to crawl around. And it was maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 months old. And I was like, que chulo, que cute. Look at how cute they're crawling. And they started to babble, not talking in English or Spanish, like, oh, how cute. They started to walk, how cute. They started to take my toys. Wait a minute. And my brothers and I would fight, sometimes a lot. And the day that we fought the worst was my birthday. My brother Robert said, it's my birthday. My brother Henrique said, it's my birthday. I said, no, it's my birthday. I was here first. Yeah, but it's my birthday. And we would fight. Well, 1 year I was 8 years old. My brothers were 7 years old. And my mom said, no fighting on the birthday. I'm going to make 3 different cakes so you won't fight about the cakes. I'm going to give you the exact same gifts so you won't fight about the gifts. And we are going to have a water balloon fight. parents. All of the kids came for our birthday, and there were water balloons everywhere, and we had the biggest water balloon fight in the world, and the three of us were against everybody. At first we were winning, and then they were winning, and then it was my brother on a team and my other brother and I on another team, and then it was me against both of them, and they both hit me with water balloons, and I got really mad. And I caught my little brother Robbie, and I threw him on the ground, and I sat on his chest, and I put my knees on his arms, so he was pegged to the ground like this. Have you ever been in that position? Have you ever put somebody else in that position? I had my brother pinned to the ground. A friend gave me a water balloon. I pulled a little bit out of it, and I turned it upside down, and I said, Robbie, time for water torture. And I dropped a bit of water right between his head. And he said, Antonio, Mom always said whenever you were aggravating me to ask you politely to please stop. Well, this is aggravating. Will you please stop? Time for more water torture. No, really, I don't really like this at all, and I really want you to stop. But now, I was showing off to my friends. And you know when you get to that point where you know that you should stop, but you keep going anyway?
Yeah.
How many of you have done that? I said time for more water torture, and then my brother's face turned bright red. He said, I'm going to ask you one last time to stop doing water torture. Kabuk! And boys and girls, if you have a younger brother or sister, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but it might. That moment, my brother's muscles grew where they weren't there before. His voice changed. He said, stop doing water torture. I went, and he threw me in the air. I went flying. He jumped in the air. He landed on my stomach. He grabbed 2 water balloons. I said, Mom! My mom came out and she said, you were doing water torture on your brother's head. That was bad. You hit your brother twice in the face with 2 water balloons. That was bad. She said, you both have to apologize to one another. He's got to do it first because he started it. Yeah, but I never wanted you to be born. Yeah, but you were being mean. Yeah, but you hit me with 2 water balloons. I said, little drops of water balloons. Yeah, but and my mom said, if you don't apologize, you're not getting any cake. I looked at my mom. I looked at my brother. I'm sorry. My mom said, you can have some cake. My brother looked at me. It's your fault. My mom said, no cake. And you know what happened? He didn't get any cake. And you know what happened? He blamed me. And it wasn't my fault, really. And you know what happened? We fought. You know how long we fought? For about 10 years. What I mean was that small little fight led into a bigger fight that lasted for a long time. And when we were much, much older, my brother came up to me and he said, you know, I should have apologized to you back then, even though it was your fault. And I said, it was my fault and I shouldn't have done it. And you know what happened? We became kind of good friends. And when he got older, now he is my new best friend, and that's my little brother, Robbie. And that's the story called Water Torture in the My Name is School.